Hi, this is Florian from Hyground, and I'm a founding engineer here. And I want to take this opportunity to share a bit of the excitement I have with the latest development and give you some insights into what is actually happening behind the curtain and how we are using Hyground and why it is so exciting. So the first thing I want to show you, and this happened just very recently, so Hyground is able to execute things on your behalf on a schedule. And what we just added, which is really, really cool, is that like your other colleagues, Hyground now has a calendar. So you can see when it does certain things. You can see we have scheduled a lot of stuff that is happening daily. There's one that is happening just weekly, and it gives you a very cool overview on what is happening. And I want to dive into one of them with you together. So what we do here is dependency and vulnerability scan. Of course, there are other tools that can do it, but we wanted to test out what is possible with Hyground. And what we did here is that we pull data from OSV, where you can find a lot of vulnerabilities for, like example, Go or Python. And we compare these against the code that we have running. And every night we check if there's anything we need to attend to. Of course, we have privy and stuff like that as well, but it's really cool to just see what's possible with Hyground. And yeah, now you see that every night we have a report here, and we are currently building a new website. And obviously there seems to be some issues with Flowdash. We will look into that afterwards. But yeah, that's quite nice. And the results are sent out as an email to one of my colleagues. So it's not lost. It's not buried here, but it's actionable in Tim's inbox. That's really cool, I think. Another thing that I want to show you, which is really exciting, I think, is that we have integrated our pipelines with Hyground. So you know the drill, you merge something, it's on main, pipelines start to test the code, to maybe deploy it to a development environment, and somewhere down the line it breaks. But these notifications are often buried or hard to see. And what we have done for ourselves is that we have integrated a new webhook with Hyground. So GitHub now notifies us with a notification of what has happened. And you see here, there was a problem with the GitHub Action pipeline. And what Hyground does now is it can analyze what the problem behind that is. So it has access to the code, to the GitHub pipeline, to everything that is needed to do a first analysis on that. And you can see it here. It did a few GitHub commands, pulled the logs and stuff like that. And it found that the root cause is actually just on another branch and not yet merged. And this makes our lives a lot easier because it now sends a notification to the team via Teams. It annotates even the person who has caused the initial issue. And it saves us a lot of time in our day-to-day work, as when a pipeline fails, A, we are immediately notified, and B, we have the root cause analysis for that in place already. This is a real game changer for us. And the last thing that I want to share is that we recently had a production problem or a problem in our development environment where we had an issue with our database connections. And as you can imagine, this is a very good problem for Hyground. It has access to all the logs, the metrics, the database metrics in Postgres or in Azure, but also to our code. And do you know what is better than just one LLM analyzing the problem? You can see it here already. It's 3. So what we introduced now, it's not yet released, is the so-called panel mode, where you can have 3 LLMs in parallel work on your issue or your problem and analyze it. And this is really cool because we have now Opus, Sonnet, and GPT 5.4 working on the same issue. And they actually, you can see it here, they come to different conclusions on some parts of the problem. And this is really big because you have now different LLMs having different hypotheses, and they can argue about this. And for especially tricky problems, we see that this is a big lever to improve the quality and also the outcomes from what you can do with Hyground. And by using the panel mode, I was able to very well improve the speed at which I was able to analyze it than just doing it manually on my own machine, but aggregating all the signals and the code and everything at once was really, really nice experience. So I think you need to try Hyground. It's so super cool. In the 10 months I've been part of the journey, we have come so far and we will get much further. Try Hyground now, get in touch. You need to try it. See you. Bye.